Hey YouTube, what's up? How's everyone doing tonight? I'm still getting ready here a little bit. Excuse me. Guys, my head's chopped off again. How are you doing tonight? Let me try to move the camera up a tad so my head's not chopped off. I hope that you guys will still be able to see. We're getting ready to do a curse removal. Maybe that will help. Let me see. You guys, I don't know what is going on. I know that, sorry, I forget that this table has wheels. So it can slide around, you know. One of the reasons I chose it. But I don't know what's been going on. But people are starting to learn, like, what it feels like and what happens, like, when they've been cursed. And asking for candle readings and then finding out that, yes, somebody did a breakup spell on them. So to me, this is like, wow, you know, because usually people can't tell. They don't know. And, but lately, I don't know, am I crazy? It's just a thing. I've been getting all of these clients who are going, hey, I think I'm cursed, and I'm saying, well, why do you think that? And then they tell me all these things, chop, that have been happening, and I'm like, yeah, you're probably cursed, sweetheart. I'm going to turn this down a little. Anyways, yeah, I can't do that right now. So before I was listening to that. Before I start tonight, I wanted to tell you guys something that happened to me tonight during my meditation. I was laying in my bed and I just barely started it. Like, I was just barely laying in there, and I had my mantra meditation music on, and then all of a sudden my bed started going back and forth like this, like it was moving. And you don't understand, like, my bed is really fucking heavy. It's like a king's bed. It's a big old solid, you know, big ass bed. Like, I can't even slide my mattress around. Like, it is really a heavy bed, and it's not flimsy. It doesn't move. Like you have, like it takes 2 or 3 people just to scoot it. Anyway, so like, yeah, it was like going like this back and forth. And so I freaked out. I thought somebody was under my bed because we had been gone all day. And I was like, shit, what do I do? So I text my boyfriend and I said, I need you to come in here fast, you know. And so he came in there, and this went on, like, it kept doing it the whole time before he walked through the door. And then he, like, there's a door here and a door here. They're like on the same wall. This door goes to a closet that has a throughway, like you could walk through it. And then this is the door that goes out into another area of the house. Anyway, so he came in through this door, through the closet door. As soon as he opened this door came wide open. Like he opened it, and then this one opened up all by itself. And then I was like, what the fuck? And so my bed was shaking. I think someone's under the bed. You know, can you check it? And he's like, seriously? I go, well, it's weird. I've never had my bed shaking before. Hello? Check, please. And he wouldn't check it. He's like, just look and see. It's like, there's nobody here. And nobody's under the bed. You're being silly. And I was like, no, it was moving, like, it was moving, and I couldn't see in there. It was really dark and everything. So anyway, so then, not like a minute later, maybe a minute later, all of a sudden in the security, he was looking at the security cameras to see if anything was going on outside. I don't know why, he was just like, what's going on out there? And I said, what do you mean? And all the lights around my shop came on, because I have sensor lights that go all the way around my shop, all the way around it. And all of a sudden they went all the way around my shop, came on, the sensor lights did, and there was nothing out there. So it's like, okay, fine, I'll do the lesser banishing ritual. So I had to come out here tonight, and that was the first thing I had to do. Well, first I built a fire, and then I talked to Belial about it and told him, you know, that I was going to have to do it. And so I did, and everything's fine now. But it was pretty crazy. So, anyways, oh, you guys, the candle reading I did last night, she got 2 scorpion tails on the back. That is crazy. I've gotten those, but I have never had a client get scorpion tails. Usually it's just wax going down the back. But she got 2 scorpion tails. Yeah. I was like, holy shit. That's a real serious spell that they put on her. And I thought it was really interesting. I don't usually, because that doesn't usually happen for clients. Usually that's just for me. Like, when my deities warn me that somebody is messing with me or cursing me, I'll get a scorpion tail. And so for that to come on for them was a little crazy. Okay, so this is a curse removal for the one I did a couple of nights ago. I did a candle reading, and they too had a breakup spell put on them. And we're going to remove that. Oh, I gotta text her real quick and get her in the salt bath. I have you guys take a salt bath at the exact same time that I'm doing this. So I'm going to text you really quickly and say, you know, I need you to take your salt bath now. Run, girl. me see, what is the email address? Boop, boop. There you are, darling. Okay. I'm starting your spell. Let's see, spell his name. And here's the trick. I don't know if you're going to be able to get him in there or not. Hopefully you can. Hopefully you can get him to take a salt bath too. A lot of times it's so hard to do. So if you have to, like, run it, if he's there with you, then put like bubbles in it and then just trick him and make it like a sexy thing and just use Epsom salt. I usually ask that you guys do hyssop and rue and all of that. But that takes so long and it's so hard for you guys to get that. So I might have you follow up with that. And then you just like make a tea with the hyssop and the rue and the salt. And then do it. But while I'm doing this, I want you guys in a salt bath. Okay? And... okay, and there we go. Okay. Okay, now we will continue. We will continue. Okay, okay. Where's my... Well, silly. So up here, I have my my root and my hyssop, and I just mix it together in here because I never use one without the other. Sorry. So I just mix it, and then that way, like when I use it for my bath, I have a whole nother jar of mixed hyssop and rue, and I'm gonna have to take a bath tonight too. And then I have another. When I have to do that one, the next one that I did last night, for that couple, I will have to take a cleansing bath for that one as well. That one was done by a really bad, a very powerful witch. This one was too. This one was really intense also. And, so you guys, these are not, I do not take these lightly. These are very serious, removals. And I used to charge a lot of money to remove these. But Hegate told me just charge the same because I have my mirror box. And so she's like, so I'm like, okay. Sure. And now I think I know why, because there's so many of you that have them. And I am tying this on here so that it can't come back. Don't want it to be allowed to be back on. So as I tie this knot, no curse shall be allowed to come back on this couple. As I tie this knot, no curse shall be allowed to come back on this couple. You are free from curses. It will not be allowed to come back on you. I break it as I tie this knot. I remove this curse. As I tie this knot, you are free from this curse. It will not be allowed to come back. It is over. It is done. It is gone. Now to make some more salt blend. And then I'm going to be putting some protection herbs on the top of this. And I'm going to go ahead and put that already probably has hyssop and rue in it, but I'm going to go ahead and put some more rue on there. And and some cascarilla. Okay. I command that this curse be broke. I command that this curse be removed. I command that they are free. The chains are broke. They are free from this spell. They no longer are cursed. The chains are broken. They're broken off. They're no longer cursed. They're no longer under any witch's spell. That all negative energies, all evil eye, all hex, all jinx, all breakup spells are removed off of them. They are free. And they will be free forever, that they will never be cursed again by anyone. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, and then I'm going to put protection herbs and rue on this white candle. And then it's going to go in the mirrored box. And then I will be burning candles on it until Hecate tells me to stop. Until she says that I'm released from it, that it's done. Usually she'll say it's done. And then I say, okay. So pretty. Nice. That is a good looking candle right there. And now I'm going to check and see what your email says, because I'm sure you emailed me. Yep. Oh, so this is for M and B, by the way. Did you say? Okay. All right, beautiful. Get in that salt bath. Okay, I hope you're in there now so that I can light your candle. Usually if you're bathing during the time this candle is burning, this candle will usually burn 2 hours. And then that's when you want to be bathing, is as this candle burns, you'll be bathing. And yes, so I'm going to light it now, and we will get this party started. And then I will be finishing this in the mirrored box. I cannot allow you guys to see that. I don't have permission to show you that. I mean, I showed it to you right after I made it, but it's sealed now, and so like it has seals on it and sigils on it, protection herbs inside of it. It has these special herbs in there that Belial had me get, that if they do divination work and come inside that mirrored box to see this, to try to see who's casting against their spells, then all they'll see is their self, and it'll hold them out. The herbs are supposed to hold them out. But if they manage to get past the herbs, then they're still in a mirrored box, so they'll still won't be able to see anything but themselves. And Hecate is the one who told me to do that. She's the one who kept nagging at me, Melissa, you need to get that done. You need to get that done. People need your help. You need to do that. Get it done. I want you doing that. Okay, okay. So she's really good about keeping me on top of things. But yeah, so I used to not do these for people just because it's so dangerous for myself. And so, yeah, she's like, that's nonsense. You need to be able to break curses. And I was like, well, I can break curses, but they're going to know I'm the one that did it. And then I'm going to have to just be all the time, doing protection shit for myself. And it's such a hassle. It's just not worth it. It's like all the time, having to deal with them putting shit on me because they know I broke their spell, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, don't care. Get it done. So then she had me, build the box, and she had me do it a couple of different ways. I've done them, a few times here and there only for like special people with really dire need, circumstances. You can go back in my channel and see that I've done different types, that she's given me spells to do different types of breaking curses off of people. And those people were in different countries, and those witches that I had to break off of were like, a different breed of witches. And so some of them I had to use, some really dark stuff, and work with deities that, I don't normally work with. But Hecate was there with me, and she made sure that it was okay and I was cool. It was all good. And of course I was a complete idiot, because I always am like so happy to see him and meet him, and but anyways, I'm a crazy person, I know, but Yeah. So anyhow, this is it, my dear, and I'm going to go put it in the mirrored box, and then I'll be back. We're going to go ahead and do a candle reading for someone, and then tomorrow night I have a breakup curse. Actually, it's a strip and remove, but it's also for someone who is putting his family through shit and is like doing the back and forth. I don't know. There's a whole thing to it, and so she's just done playing with him, and once and for all, everything, just remove everything that's keeping him from coming back and be done with it. And so we're just gonna do that, but that'll be tomorrow night. And then I have a reading to do, and I couldn't do it today because I had to do the banishing ritual, and I didn't want to invite a bunch of spirits in here after I just cleared my area. And so I'll do it. I might do it tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon when I get up, or I'll wait till my divination day on Sunday or Monday. Yeah, I'm not doing it today, so I've just had way too much activity. And when I do my card readings, I have to invite spirits in, which is fine. I mean, I sealed the place, and I said they can only, I gave them rules. You always have to give spirits rules. They don't always listen, but if you do the banishing ritual of the pentagram, and then you banish them, and then you seal it with rules, like say, the rules are, you can only come forth when I summons thee. And then, but you must leave when I say, and you may not go past this boundary and that boundary. You have to give them boundaries and things like that. Otherwise, they're just going to run amok, and I probably would too. And it's fine. It doesn't usually bother me at all. In fact, I'm just so used to it. But when they start getting physical and they can move heavy objects like that, and then I saw they took 42 pictures with my camera the other day when I was lighting Hecate's altar and stuff, and I was talking to her and things. They were taking pictures of me doing that. And then I looked, and there was this old man over here next to me, and he was different. But there was a whole bunch of spirits, faces everywhere, all around me, and I was just oh, it's too thick. It's too much. I'm gonna have to. And so before I do the ritual, I always warn them. I tell them, I'm getting ready to do the banishing ritual, and so you guys need to leave or you're going to be banished. I'm fair with them, but they have to follow my rules. And that's just it. It's just the way it has to be, and you just have to be like that. Even though I work with them all the time, sometimes I send them to do things for me. I'll send them to haunt people. I will send them to get people to do things that I want them to do. I don't have a problem with that at all. I enjoy it. But, I'm a witch, so sometimes people will fuck with me, and then I'll just be like, oh yeah? Cool. And then later I'll just send a bunch of shit. I'll just send a whole crap load of them over to their house and say, follow them around and fuck with them for 3 months, or, I'll give them a time frame, and then they'll do it, and then I'll hear back that, they went through all horrible times and blah, blah, blah. And then I'll go, oh, that's just terrible. I know it's not nice, but some people really deserve it. And that's just the way it is. It's not something that I tell people a lot about, but it's just a form of, I consider that to be necromancy. When you get spirits to do things for you, when you have them help you with your witchcraft, which I do that too. I'll have my spirits, familiar spirits that come around me all the time. I will send them out to go get information for me, or to simple things like I sent them to my neighbors to get the dog to stop barking, once, and they were, abusive to their dog. They would leave it out in the freezing cold. And I mean, it gets freaking cold here, it's like 0 degrees outside, and that poor thing's outside crying and everything. And I was like, oh, no, I'm not dealing with that shit, and I would just send him over there, and within 5 minutes, that dog was in the house, and it didn't happen again for another year, and so sometimes you got to do things to people to get them to move, and that if you're capable of doing that, then why not do it? But I usually, and then sometimes I'll do it for people that are having a hard time. I have ran a whole family of criminals out of this town using spirits. That were just really disgusting, bad people, and yeah, I ran them out of town with having spirits do work for me, and I don't have a problem with that. I've done it. I'll do it again, and it's just part of being capable of communicating with spirits and getting them to do things for you that need to be done. But anyways, I'm babbling on again. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. I am going to go and put this beautiful spell in the mirrored box, and I will just shut up now. How about that? I like to do that. It's so pretty. There. Okay, you guys. I'm going to head out, and I'll see you guys in a little while, and we'll do a candle reading, okay?